I'm not going to say anything about morality, anything about theology, or anything about tradition. And I'll be making a philosophical argument with some appeal to social science, largely to get at a public policy purpose of marriage. Now, I would imagine that everyone in this room is in favor of marriage equality. The other side uses that slogan, and it's a great slogan, and it's a wonderful piece of advertising. It fits on a bumper sticker. You can put an equal sign up as your Facebook icon, and yet it's completely vacuous. Everyone in this room is for marriage equality. We all want the law to treat all marriages equally. What we may disagree with one another in this room about is what sort of relationship is a marriage? Because that's the question that you have to answer before you can then get to considerations of equality. Because even those who want to redefine marriage to include the same-sex couple will draw certain lines between what sort of relationship is a marriage, what sort of relationship is not a marriage. And if we're going to draw lines that are based on principle, if we're going to draw lines that reflect the truth, we have to know what sort of a relationship is a marriage and what sort of other consenting adult relationships are non-marital. And I'll place a challenge to people in the audience when we get to the Q&A. I invite you to give an answer to these questions of, if you want to redefine marriage to include the same-sex couple, why would marriage, how you understand it, require that that relationship be permanent, monogamous, and exclusive, and be the type of relationship that a government takes interest in? Because on this account of marriage, where marriage is an intense emotional union of consenting adults, that's something that can be formed by more than two people. There's nothing about intense emotional union just as such that says it has to be between two and only two. Threesomes and foursomes can just as easily form an intense emotional, an intense romantic, an intense caregiving relationship. There's nothing in principle that would require twos. You think that we should have same-sex marriage for same-sex couples, but would you also extend marriage equality rights to the throuple?
So my question really is, why should I, as a gay man, be denied the same right to file a joint tax return with my potential husband that a straight couple
And
has?
I want to play out what principle you're acting on, because I would hope that you're not just doing special pleading, but I'm trying to ask you about the equal protection argument you're making. Would it apply to all consenting adult romantic relationships? So why would you want the same-sex couple to file jointly for taxes, but not the same-sex throuple?
Not necessarily why it can't be a throuple or why it can't be, monogamish and things like that. I don't really have an answer for that, but I do have an answer.
It seems to me that you're saying that the government has an interest in contract law.
Yeah, it does.
And contracts can come in as many different sizes and shapes as consent comes in. Mm-hmm. So it sounds to me like you're actually arguing for the abolishment of marriage. And I think that's the logical conclusion of getting rid of the male-female aspect. That if you don't think marriage is about uniting male and female, husband and wife, mother and father, then you don't really think marriage exists. You think it's just contract law. And that's actually one of the consequences. The second consequence that I had mentioned is that if we go down this road, it'll lead us down this line of thinking of that we should just have contracts for consenting adults of whatever sizes and shape.
Okay. No, that's an answer.
Okay. No, I mean, this is good. I mean, yeah.
Thanks.